we've had side discussions, and we've realized that we're not going to have a shiur next week. So I just thought that I would go back for a moment and insert the Dvar Torah thought for Parshat Lech Lecha as well. The Parsha begins with the people of Israel leaving Egypt, and we have the path that they're going to take to the land of Israel described, and we say, "V'lo nacham Elokim," and God didn't, and we'll say, give the consolation of going derech eretz plishtim, the path through the land of the Plishtim, ki karov hu, because close, and then we've got this word hu. We've got this pronoun that we're not sure what it's referring to. Is it referring to derech? Is it referring to this path? He's telling them that they shouldn't go in this path because it's the close path, and if something bad happens, if there's a really bad war and people start to die and they see that and they see blood and they see what conquest really is, then they're at the closest place to Egypt and they might just take the short path back and go back to Egypt. So that's ki karov hu. When we think that, we're talking about hu referring to derech. However, we have another interpretation. Dad Zkenim says, ki karov hu. What's hu referring to? God. V'lo nacham Elokim. God didn't give them the consolation. Ki karov hu, because God was close to the people of Israel. He didn't want them to see the worst of the battles that they were going to have, because he felt pity for them, because he was emoting together with them. He knew that at that time he was close to them, and if he put them through a big trauma, then he wouldn't necessarily be as close to them, or he would have to at least share in the pain that they would have. So he's going to give them an easier path into the land so that they don't have to suffer the trauma. So as far as our interpretation, our trying to see this sentence in light of the way that the notes divide the pasuk, which one of these do the notes tell us is happening? Ki karov mercha tipcha, so lightly connected to the one closing the thought and pausing, and then we have hu with the etnachta standing alone. So which one of those two interpretations do we think this one is? I think it's the second one, quite obviously, that we've got the stabilizing and perhaps slightly elevating etnachta on the word hu. So this goes according to the view of the Dat Zakanim that says that ki karov hu is saying that God was close at that time, and that's why he did the thing that would be most merciful to a people entering a traumatic situation. So ki karov, pause, hu.
Good.